Brothers, welcome to today's video. A little bit of a different location, as you can well see. We're not running this on Loom. I'm actually just about to eat. We got 10 eggs. Why 10 eggs? Well, I don't actually want to eat any carbs before I speak to you on YouTube, because as much as I love the carbs and they're needed for training, they do make you a little bit slower between the eyes. Now let's get into the video for today. One of the main traits you are missing in order to get in the shape you want to is you are not malleable. You are like a stern wood, like there's a wooden beam right behind me, that you are exactly like that. Be like Play-Doh. Be very, very malleable. And what I mean by this is, if you want to get in shape, you need to drop your ego and anything you know about getting in shape or anything that has held you to this point and why you look the way you do, because clearly it has not served you right now. So, and I use this analogy because our Gorilla Platoon coach, Joe, has a transformation which is brewing very, very nicely, and it will be one where you'll think, how has he dropped that much weight that quick? I won't spill the chips of this, but we were sat on the balcony the other day and we were discussing, we were like, how is he rocketing off so much weight? And we actually know the guy from school, and back in the day he used to like maybe tell a little bit too many lies. So what Joe has done is he's really just gassed him up every day to believe he can be the man that gets in shape. Obviously we gave him the structured plan to follow, monitored it, tweaked it where needed, but every day he was on the comms with him on WhatsApp, like bigging him up, saying, you can do this, you're gonna be this type of guy, you're gonna be the best Gorilla Platoon result we've ever seen. And the guy, because he didn't really go into it with an ego, he didn't go into it with as a stern piece of wood, he went into this like very malleable, almost Play-Doh like mindset. We could mold him to whatever we want. So because we could mold him to be a man that genuinely believes he's going to be the best Gorilla Platoon result we've ever seen, he's able to make such great progress. And the lesson here is to drop your ego. The lesson here is to understand, right, I'm not where I want to be physically right now. And that's okay. You know, we all want goals. I'm actually not where I want to be physically, and I will continue to probably never be, because I'll keep setting goals. Why? Because as men, the moment you stop setting goals and you rest on your laurels, that's the moment you start to decay and die, especially inside. I know this if you'll have watched yesterday's video where I was now back in the gym after 2 weeks out the gym. Trust me when I say, boys, it is a miserable time when you're not driving towards a goal and pursuit from a physical aspect and moving your body and challenging your body every day. So with that said, when you are going into your next fat loss phase, into your next even improvement phase, whatever phase you're going into, I want you to go into this as if you were an alien. As if you were a squidgy alien. I want you to go into this as if you knew nothing, but I want you to go into this as if you can do anything. Because a lot of you, if you just had that mindset and just got out your own way, you'd actually get in very, very, very good shape. But a lot of you have got, really you're just holding on to a lot of stuff. It's, I don't know if I can do that because, like, you know, it sounds kind of hard. And deep down, that's actually what it is. But if it's been done by another man, why not you? Like, realistically, like, what is stopping you from getting in great shape if it's been done by another man? Because you've got to look at everything from that perspective. Nobody is better than you. They simply just have a higher standard for themselves. And the analogy I like to use with this is if this line was hot coal rocks or like lava, no, lava is unrealistic. Well, let's say this rocks is hot coal rocks, like what you have at the bottom of a fire. If I push you on it, you'll jump off as fast as possible. Why? Because it's hot and it's uncomfortable. So the line denotes your standard, because let's say you get to 30% body fat. You've always been around 20, but you get to 30. You'll get onto this line of hot coal rocks and it will be hot, uncomfortable and painful because you've gone below it. So now what you will do is you'll do whatever it takes to get back to your baseline standard of 20% body fat. You'll wake up in the middle of the night to go do steps, you'll watch what you eat, you'll move like a madman. The same way if like your income dropped by 25%, that will be hot and uncomfortable, because income's a very good analogy, because everyone, as soon as they get used to a certain amount of money, anything below that, it's like, oh my God, we need to sort this shit out. Well, what's going on here? I now can't go and get my Starbucks coffee and my fucking 10 eggs that are going cold. So when that happens, you will do whatever it takes to get back to the baseline standard. The standard is what you're comfortable with, and anything below that is a painful thing, and human beings, as we well know, will do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure. So what the point I'm making with this is, why not raise your hot coal rock line in your standard for something? Why can't your standard be 10% body fat, as much muscle as humanly possible, good quality friends, good quality habits? Why is that not your standard? Why is your standard 20% body fat? scrolling on your phone, lying in bed, eating processed foods, having crappy conversations with people that aren't driving you forward. Why is that your standard? It should not be your standard. Because your standard can be whatever you want. You can be whatever you want in life. Like, people try and pigeonhole you, the higher powers that be will try and pigeonhole us into be certain things, but like, at the end of the day, if we just stripped everything back, we're all just like pieces of meat walking around this circular earth. It might even be flat. Like, and as soon as you really understand that, as soon as you actually think a little bit deeper and think, no, like, he's just another man. Like, with enough time and effort, I could actually, you must believe as well, with enough time and effort, you could be in whatever position someone else is. Like, if you wanted to be a surgeon, I have a lot of surgeons actually inside the Gorilla Platoon, and they're smart and they're educated, but they've just done the time. They've done the man hours going to med school and then and beyond, and all the work practices they've done. So no wonder they're good surgeons. Of course they are, because they've done the time. They've done the hours that needed to get there. Whatever you pick, you could be very, very good at, because human beings are like, they just turn things into a game. I didn't think I'd be able to produce, really good quality results week in, week out. But when it's all I focus on all day, every day, of course we're able to get that. And you'll be surprised what you actually are capable of achieving and what you actually thought was possible. But you've got to raise your standard, you've got to raise your hot coal rock line. And a lot of the time, you've got to just drop your ego going into something. If you are not where you want to be right now, have the humility to understand that, you know what, I probably need to ask for help from something else. Side plug, obviously, if you want to come and join the Gorilla Platoon, there'll be a link in the description. Come join us on the inside, we'll actually do it for you and transform your life. But all jokes aside, you should actually understand that I'm not where I want to be. Let's go and find out the information, go and find out the advice from other people. And I as of late, I would have been the other way, and I'd have moved with ego and arrogance, and I'd have not asked for help. Now I don't mind. Now I'll happily pay people that get results in certain areas to tell me how they get results in certain areas, so I can learn this information and move forward in the world. Have the same pursuit and the same mindset. So we want humility to understand we are where we are in life right now because of our own sweet doing. However, we want to have ego to understand that where we're going can be the absolute sky, can be the absolute top of the earth. That's what I want you to approach from this. So going into your next fat loss phase, you understand, imagine you've been stripped naked. You know nothing, you own nothing, you don't have any ego, you don't have any limiting beliefs. Because that's another important one. You don't want to have limiting beliefs going into anything. You just want to drop all that and think, right, I'm just going to listen. Find the information's out there. You don't have to get it from me. Go and ask ChatGPT. They'll tell you how to get in shape. It might be so specific, but it would still work. So go into that, get the information from there. Follow it to the T and just trust the process that with enough time and effort following a plan, you're going to get in great shape. And allow your brain to be malleable and into the form of self-improvement and to a better version of you. And when you do that, you will achieve great things. I've achieved it in my own life. I've seen literally, what's funny about the guy, when he said to Joe about coming on getting coached, I was like, good luck with him. Good luck believing he did what you said you were going to do. But lo and behold, came into it, open mind, malleable. One of the clients I never thought we would see completely transform his life will probably end up being one of our best results because of how much progress he's made and how quick. And when that comes out, you'll see it on our Gorilla Platoon Instagram page, where you can go and check our results out, so you can fact check how credible I am for what I've said in this video. So that's what I wanted to leave you with. I thought it was an interesting conversation we had just on the morning. I'll come out onto the balcony, just get some morning sunlight in and drink some coffee, and we started talking about it. I thought, you know what? That's a useful tool for all of you to take on board. Go into this and be malleable. Go into this with an open mind. Go into this without ego. And genuinely believe you can do anything in this life, especially if it's done by another man. Thanks for watching as always. If you want to come and join us at the Gorilla Platoon, there'll be a link in the description. Come and join us on the inside. Obviously, we turn up daily, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.